Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another quick-fire quiz? Today's rule is simple. Every answer begins with the letter L. Keep that in mind. Keep track of your score and see how many you can get before the final reveal. Now, let's dive into question 1. What layered Italian pasta dish is baked in a dish, often with meat and cheese? Lasagna. Which big cat is often called the king of the beasts? Lion. Which organs transfer oxygen from inhaled air into the bloodstream? The lungs. What is the third book of the Bible? Leviticus. Which heavy metal element has the chemical symbol Pb? Lead. What is the only Baltic country whose capital is Riga's southern neighbor Vilnius? Lithuania. What pear-shaped string instrument was popular in Renaissance music? The lute. What is the capital city of Peru? Lima. Which zodiac sign is represented by the scales? Libra. Which rosette pattern big cat is famous for carrying its prey into trees? A leopard. What measurement tells you how far north or south a place is from the equator? Latitude. What is the title of the PS1 game where you have to revive Genesis trees to save the world? Legend of Legaia. What shallow body of water is separated from the sea by a sandbar or reef? A lagoon. What common sedimentary rock is largely made of calcium carbonate? Limestone. What popular toy takes its name from the Danish words for play well? Lego. Which famous Paris museum is home to the Mona Lisa? The world's largest and most visited, the Louvre. What is the capital city of Portugal? Lisbon. What is the five-line humorous poem form often associated with Ireland? Limerick. Which country is often called the land of a million elephants? Laos. Which small flat legumes are commonly used in soups and curries? Lentils. What do you call a group of leopards? A leap. What is the last name of the player Allen Iverson famously stepped over in the 2001 NBA Finals? Current head coach of the Clippers, Lou. What Scottish lake is famous for a legendary monster? Loch Ness. Which Swedish scientist created the modern system of naming species? Linnaeus. Which superstar famously signed a $90 million Nike deal before ever playing in the NBA? The King, LeBron James. Which jazz trumpeter and singer was nicknamed Satchmo? Louis Armstrong. Which composer wrote the Moonlight Sonata? Ludwig van Beethoven. In the PC game Red Alert 2, which country had the signature unit called Demolition Truck? Libya. Which Filipino chieftain is famous for defeating Ferdinand Magellan at the Battle of Mactan? The first Filipino to resist colonial rule, Lapu-Lapu. What name is given to oil made from the seeds of the flax plant? Linseed oil. What was the surname of the 16th President of the United States? The only president to hold a patent, Lincoln. Which English football club plays its home matches at Anfield? Liverpool FC. What is the name of the land of the little people in Jonathan Swift's novel Gulliver's Travels? Lilliput. Which team sport uses a small rubber ball and netted sticks? Lacrosse. What is the capital city of Angola? Luanda. Which flower is closely associated with water ponds and many Asian traditions? A lotus. What embankment is built to prevent a river from flooding? Levee. What is a person that believes in free will called? Libertarian. Where do the souls of the unbaptized go according to some theologians? Limbo. Which ancient string instrument is associated with classical Greece? The lyre. Just 10 questions to go, so let's raise the stakes with today's bonus question. Think you can nail it? Drop your answer in the comments below. What is the fear of the color white called? Now, if you enjoyed this quiz, check out the link below to our Amazon book. It's filled with plenty more questions to keep the challenge going. Which winter sport involves racing feet first on a small sled? Luge. What hard, glossy finish is applied to wood or metal to protect it? Lacquer. What close-fitting one-piece garment worn by dancers is named after a French acrobat? Leotard. What is the capital city of Zambia? The city of Lusaka. Which Australian sponge cake is traditionally coated in chocolate and rolled in desiccated coconut? Lamington. What partnership between fungus and algae grows on rocks and tree bark? Lichen. Which blue semi-precious stone was prized in ancient art and jewelry? Lapis lazuli. What fertile soil made of sand, silt and clay is especially good for gardening? Loam. What is the lightest metal? Lithium. And which automobile brand was acquired by the Volkswagen Group in 1998? Lamborghini. And that's the end of today's quiz. Add up your points and see where you finished, then drop your score in the comments below. Ready to take on the next challenge? I'll see you in the next quiz.